Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to another episode of Leilani Drinks the Brown Stuff. Another episode in my new backyard at the Avocado Ranch. So thank you for coming back to join me. And I'm Leilani, your host. So, the Whiskey of the Month Club strikes again. And a lot of you have been asking, what is this Whiskey of the Month Club? Why have I not heard of it? Well, because it's actually my beast, the Queen Photo Whiskey of the Month Club. Now, years ago, 3-4 years ago, just when I was getting my taste for the brown stuff, my beast was looking into like the those subscriptions from like Flaviar, and he was thinking, oh, it's super cool, you know, she'll get all these little samples. And then he thought to himself, well, why not a full bottle? Why not one whole bottle once a month that I pick out, that I curate for her and give it to her? That was a Christmas gift. And so once a month on the 25th, just like Christmas, I gets me a whiskey bottle, a full whiskey bottle. And what's so cool about it is although I was kind of interested in Flaviar, to taste that whiskey is nice. You get the first flavors of it. Some of them come in small bottles. Some of them you get full bottles with. However, to be able to go back to the whiskey after it's been sitting there for like maybe a month, 2 months, maybe I didn't like it, maybe I loved it, who knows? But then to taste it again and to be like, this just changed. This is nicer. This 0 kisses turned out to be another maybe half kiss or a full kiss. Who knows? But that's my Whiskey of the Month Club kind of love that I get from it. So I don't know. Maybe you should ask your beast and beastettes to go ahead and get you on their Whiskey of the Month Club. So tonight, we are getting into Woodinville 100% straight rye whiskey. It'll cost you roughly about $50 to $60. It is 90 proof. It is 45% ABV. And it was made in my home state where I graduated from high school. The home state where my parents retired. My mom from PLU, and my dad from McCord Air Force Base and Boeing and the post office. So big ups to Washington State coming through on these really cool, unique whiskeys. And if you can remember correctly, I had done an episode with the Ghost Dog whiskey, and that was Washington State based as well. And we're going to find out more about these Washington whiskeys because they have some pretty cool processes going on. So in like 2017, this whiskey won the double gold in the best rye whiskey category at the American Distilling Institute Craft Spirits. What is so awesome and unique about the process of this whiskey is that before the barrel gets coppered, before the barrel is even used, before the barrel can even sniff some of that whiskey love, it is just thrown out into the elements like I am. Can you see my breath? Because I can. Now, it has, it sits in like open air, in the rain, the snow, the wind, the sun, and it gets beat down with all these elements for like 18 months, just so that they can soften the tannins in the barrel. Sounds like some whiskey foreplay to me, and I'm very excited to try it, and I'm here for all of that. Now, they also get their grains from Washington as well, and it is from third-generation farmers, the Omlin family. And they are located in Quincy. They bring the grain back to the distillery. It is milled and mashed, all done by hand. with the purified Cascadian mountain waters, and it is fermented and distilled in their own facility. They also use this 25-foot tall, 1,320-gallon handmade pot still that pumps out like 7 barrels of whiskey a day. 7 barrels. And this pot still was made by 3rd-generation coppersmiths as well. Now, this whiskey was established in 2010 by 2 besties. It was Orlin Sorensen and Brett Carlisle. And they started it off with just a dream, a little dream. And this little dream turned into a nice square-shaped, cool bottle dream. And this was underneath the tutelage, the friendship, the mentorship of David Pickerel. Now, he was a former 14-year master distiller at Maker's Mark. So, although I haven't tried Maker's Mark, I need to. It's coming.
You never tried Maker's Mark?
I've never tried Maker's Mark. What? I know. It's these commercial whiskeys that I am trepidatious. I know you've tried Maker's Mark, but your thing is Jack also, and I didn't like Jack.
Hey.
Which we need to get into.
Jack alone.
No, we will be bringing Jack into this soon as well.
Like his uncle.
I did. The Uncle Nearest. Oh, that was the goodness. So, let's go ahead and unwrap this bad boy. But I love the sleek design of it all. Now, it does say on the top like WWC9 imprinted, which I have no idea what that means. And I can't really see made in Washington. And it says Woodinville Whiskey Company, established 2010, which is all the information that I gave you. Guys, bear with us. This is like a whole new lighting system, and it's dramatic and beautiful, and it's got us going, all right? But it's a little hard to read. I'm a little bit older, and my eyesight's bad, and it's really dark. But I think everything else is already stated. So let me not read the back because I think it gave me some tasting notes, and I don't like to read those before I drink. Because I like to see what my taste buds say. Oh, it's like a double plastic. Let's. Oh my gosh. It didn't last. Okay. Double plastic wrap? Come on. We just want to get into the whiskey. There's no... Oh, there we go. Cross your fingers, guys. This whole episode's gonna be about me trying to get the plastic off. Holy moly, that's on there so super good. Holy crap. This better be the best damn rye whiskey that I have tasted in a while, because that was a lot of work. I mean, they're really working on this whiskey foreplay, y'all. If you do happen to have any tips on how to unravel that plastic, besides a knife, because I could have done that, but I didn't want to go back in, then... But this cork is really cool looking, and it's imprinted with WW Company. The sweet, sweet sound. That was an interesting smell. I got a backlash of kind of an interesting, like, leather. A little bit of that black licorice. Clean. Very clean right now. Like fall and leaves. Woodsy. Not so I mean, a little peppery that I could smell, but nothing hitting my nostrils like, pow. Different. Nice. More leathery than I would have expected. And a little notes of vanilla and maybe some honey and cinnamon. Like a nutmeg cinnamon. Oh, woman's bow, let's get this woman's bow. Okay, let me stop there. It's a big foe. Yes. Oh, look at that nice, rich honey gold. Can you see that color? Oh, that's a really rich color. All right, a little bit of that orangey, but grapefruit also zest that's like working its way. But before I do this, so on their site, as you peruse, you will see that they also have a little shop and store. And in their shop and store, they actually have some barrel-aged maple syrup. Yes, y'all. That's what they do over there. They also will do a custom sketch bottle for you. So if you wanted to get something a little custom for somebody as a gift, you can get whatever you wanted to say on the bottle, which is kind of fun and cool, right? So let's get to drinking. That was a light kind of caramel feel to it, but I taste a little bit more zest than I would expect in a rye. A little bit more pop forward at the beginning, which I'm usually just not the biggest fan of. However, this is so light tasting, so easy on these lips. Let me keep sipping. This whiskey gave me a little bit more heat to heat my hands. It's so cold here, y'all. I can't wait for the summer, the ending of spring into the summer, so that, boy, oh boy. And sometimes whiskey just tastes better warm. I just like it then. I mean, it does warm you up. Let's see. So, like, I know this whiskey is going to open up. I can tell by the taste of it. It is so easy on my mouth. And when I say easy, there is little to no burn factor on this whiskey. I don't get the sense of hardcore spice. It is actually very smooth and even flowing, which for most ryes, when I find out about it, it makes me a little upset. However, with this rye, and maybe it's because all the cool like tidbits and history that I know, the love and care that they put into this whiskey, I'm loving it a little bit more because that's what Leilani does. But it is super interesting, guys. Right now, it is very zesty forward. It is floral forward. But that zest, I can tell the other notes of like that leather and caramel is coming through. So I have to go off the initial taste, however. I mean, I might have to do a follow-up. Who knows? But for me, for tonight, right now, Leilani drinks the brown stuff. More white pepper now that I taste. Leilani drinks the brown stuff, is going to give Woodinville whiskey 3.5 kisses. 3.5 kisses. But I feel like it's just right on the cusp. It is a nice, smooth whiskey. It's definitely something cool to try. It's a nice bottle, hard plastic, which is something you have to prep for. But other than that, it is great. And it comes from my home state, Washington. And I can't say enough how much I adore Washington. So, got to give it a go, guys. Cheers.